All right, cool. So do you want to start or do you want me to start? Because I feel like you had a very good question
Yeah, so Kanye pump faked all of us.
once again.
Definitely was gonna do a special review episode for him because we always talk about Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured we'd do that, but he pump faked everybody and
Yeah,
didn't
mad
release
hard.
it. But from what we did hear, what did you think of?
Well, I didn't get to watch the live stream, but I was able to see like the first 15 minutes of it
Which is funny to me.
because someone posted it on YouTube and then it immediately got taken down like 15 minutes into me watching it.
This is a whole other conversation, but you have Tidal. You
Yeah.
don't have Apple Music.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. I feel like Apple Music's way better. But.
Well, when I got Tidal, that was when The Life of Pablo was coming out, and it was only exclusively on there for I think like 3 days or like a week or some shit. So that's what made me get it.
And then you never decided, let me get this out, get that
Nah,
Apple Music.
I mean I enjoyed Tidal at the time, and then everybody else had Apple Music, so I was just like, I'd rather be different and support
how
black-owned
can you
businesses.
be a real Kanye fan and not not pay for Apple Music to watch this event? Like this was a monumental event.
It was also because I also had to work Friday morning like super early, so I figured, and then also I had to go to sleep very early, so I figured I'll go to bed early, and then I'll miss the live stream event, but it was supposed to come out that Friday morning.
I
So
couldn't do that. If it was Drake, I couldn't do it. But that's me because I'm a devoted fan.
yeah,
How
but
about
I'm
you?
also like a grown adult that like has to make like rash decisions.
So tell me
And
about your opinions on the album.
But from what I heard, I liked the track that Pusha T was on a lot. The first,
The second one?
I think I was able to hear like 2 or 3 in 15 minutes. I think I heard probably like 4 songs, and I liked all 4 of them. If I had to rank what I heard, I think I liked the Pusha T song first. Then the first song he opened with would probably go second.
Does that count as a duet? Like him and Pusha T song because they went
Pretty
back
much,
and forth.
yeah.
But like I,
would
feel
say
like
so.
duets are not in rap. I think that's just like you've always
Yeah.
heard it in singing, but like
It's
that,
always a feature. Like
because-
it's always, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like when it comes to like ballads or like R&B, that's when you'd be like, oh, this is a duet. But even still, they still be like featuring.
yeah. So would that be considered a duet? By
Um,
Pusha T and Kanye, because they kind of went back and forth a bit.
I guess, but I feel like that happens a lot in rap. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I feel like they were continuing with where one left off. It wasn't like my verse, then
so would you
Chorus.
consider most of Watch the Throne as a duet type of album? Because
no, not most, because that one it had verse, bridge, chorus, whatever verse.
there was like a good 3, and so since the album then came out, I figured, hey, why don't I just listen to all of his albums from the first one all the way up to like
When it
now.
started to suck.
So we got up to Watch the Throne, and like a lot of that album, at least 4 or 5 songs on that album is them like
Going back and
going
forth.
back and forth. Yeah,
Maybe I gotta re-listen, so I haven't heard the album in that long. But
yeah.
from
it
what I heard
definitely
on Sunday,
aged well.
that shit. Keep going. What did you think of the music?
Well, as Donda.
The songs on the
Um,
album that you did hear
Yeah. So and then I know you mentioned earlier that song Remote Control.
sucks.
I didn't think it was like terrible, but I liked like the subtle bop of it. You know what I'm saying? Like the chorus and
Sing it back,
the rhythms. I only heard once.
so you don't know it.
Yeah, I haven't had enough time to like study it.
Never mind, keep going.
You've got remote control.
See, what you just did is better.
But
than
that's what
what
he
I
was-
heard on Sunday.
that's what he was doing.
Friday.
That's what he was doing.
That shit was trash. I thought it was bad.
I didn't think it was bad. I think it's definitely gonna be a good follow up to Jesus is King. I think it's gonna be a solid follow up to Jesus is King.
Does
But
that
as far
count?
as like how it ranks like throughout all of his other albums, I don't think it's gonna rank high on that scale. So I think it'll probably come in at like 5. Nah, not even. Probably like 6 or 7 for most people. But I and then also there's another thing. Like I got to listen to like Yeezus over again, and like I started listening to it again, like track for track, like didn't skip around.
And you
didn't-
liked it.
and like yeah, I like it. It's not a bad album, but like even still, like even if that's his worst album, it's still better than a lot of people's first album or like best album.
I don't know how biased are you. Like if Kanye West, if the album was trash, like I actually,
I would 100% say it's
you would
trash.
have said it was trash.
100%.
But you said Jesus is King is good.
I like Jesus is King.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Name me 3 songs that's good right now.
From Jesus is King, Closed on Sunday. What's the one with Pusha T? I forget the name.
If you forget it, you don't even like it.
Pusha T. That's.
If you forget it, you don't even like it. On God.
That's not true. If you can't remember the name of a song,
if I
that
know
doesn't mean you
if
can't.
I love a song and I won't forget the title. Personally. On
I'm
God.
just not-
I think the title the song you're talking about is not On God.
Nah, it's not On God, but I do like that one too.
No, you don't. You just didn't. You didn't even know
Yeah,
it.
On God is the one that it goes dun 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 dun. I like that one.
Can we shout out Little Baby though? My man was on a J. Cole album. He was in a double thing. He was on the 3-track thing with Drake. And now he's on Kanye's album.
I didn't get to hear that.
You didn't hear it? Well, he's on Kanye, and he has a pretty good verse on it.
Yeah.
Like if you don't,
I like I keep hearing clips of like the Jay-Z verse from like the very last song. That shit is dope.
Is it though? I think it's. I don't know.
I feel like that verse is more of like a message to Kanye than it is a verse for everyone to digest.
No, definitely, and I think that's like because it's a moment. Like they haven't been seen together or been on a song together since Watch the Throne.
Yeah, like I
Click,
also read.
whatever.
Yeah, it was Click. So I read like a breakdown about that too, and it was like Kanye and Jay-Z haven't been on a song together since Click, and that was like almost 4,000 days
ago. Yeah,
and then Watch the Throne was almost like another 4,000 days since they've been on like an album together.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a like a decent amount of time.
I wanted Drake on this album, and I know I'm sound extremely biased, but I wanted to because it looked like he was like making amends for all of his beefs.
Yeah.
Because he brought one beef because he had brought Jay-Z on.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that Drake was coming out. I still believe this theory. Do you believe in that Kanye's pushing his album back, waiting for Drake to drop and to release on the same day?
I don't think so. I mean,
because he would get eaten alive if he did that.
I don't think he would get
eaten alive. He would get eaten alive if he did that.
Nah.
He would get chewed up, spit the fuck out.
I think, like I was saying before, the fan base for Drake and the fan base for Kanye is different. I feel like there's a lot of people that love Drake 100%. I like Drake. I don't, I like Drake's music.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think the fan base is very different. Like I feel like and I'll use Camp Flognaw as an example.
Okay.
Do you think that the same response would have happened to Kanye in that situation that it happened to Drake?
No.
Drake.
No.
Why not?
Because Camp Flognaw is a hypebeast crowd, and Kanye West is like a hypebeast god. He's the father. He's a legend.
Okay. So like, Jesus is King won a Grammy. So you
did it?
Yeah, it did.
For what?
Best gospel album. So that
doesn't say much. What else comes out in
what?
What else came out that year in Best Gospel?
I don't know. But Kanye went that route and won Best Album in that route.
Do you want Best Gospel album at the Grammys? That's not something. I mean, okay.
That's not. I'm not saying. I think that's something to be proud about.
Best Gospel album at the Grammy Awards?
Yeah, if you're a well-known rapper and you do what was it like 8 albums up to that point that wasn't gospel, and then you went the gospel route and then win a Grammy, your first time ever doing that, I think that's a pretty good feat. You think Drake would be able to do that?
He would never do something.
But if he did,
if he wanted to,
I would never. I would never think that Kanye would be able to go that route. But he did.
If Drake wanted to, I think he could, because I think the Grammys, certain awards are publicity stunts for publicity. I think Kanye West is Kanye West. Let me just give him the best gospel album. So if because Drake is Drake, if he wanted to do a gospel album, I think he fucking kill it and win a Grammy.
Yeah, I think so. But my argument stands as far as like I feel like Kanye is more universally loved among like all different types of people, and I feel like Drake hasn't hit that yet. Drake is loved by like a lot of different people, but I've never heard any group of people be like, nah, don't play Kanye.
Well, yeah.
Who would you say is a group of people that don't like Kanye?
I mean, a certain demographic?
Yeah.
White women.
I don't think that's true.
What song would they want Kanye to play?
Probably like Workout Plan or like Gold Digger.
Workout Gold. No. What? Why would white girls?
I could name three songs that white girls would love if, a Kanye song was playing.
Name them.
Workout Plan, 100%. What's the one that I just said? I just said Workout Plan, and what was the other one?
You said Gold Digger.
Gold Digger, 100%. And
Words in Paris?
Yes. 100%.
I mean, Drake.
White girls love songs with like the M word in it.
So they can say it?
They don't, so that they know not to say it.
What do you mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like that N word, the N word would come up in the song, and they'd look around and be like, I didn't say it.
You saw that video that one time when Lil Wayne caught that girl?
Kendrick did it too.
It was Kendrick. My fault. Yes, it was Kendrick.
Yeah, it was Kendrick.
I was like, damn, nah, that's fucked up. Do you think they should get a pass?
Nah.
You gonna
respectfully.
Why you respectfully?
I was gonna say yeah, but then I was just like, how would I feel?
If somebody said nah to you or with you.
Like I've had white people around me say the N word.
I think everybody has.
But I'm just like.
But like, what if you was at a concert, right, and then some random stranger next to you was like, yeah, and then they say it.
I mean, I'm there for me. I'm not gonna let somebody else saying the N word at a concert fuck up my entire concert experience.
Oh, what if? All right, so what if they were talking to somebody in front of them? You'll get the fuck off me, ER.
ER, not even just A. Yeah, then I'd probably be like, this is a problem.
But you're letting that mess up your concert experience.
Yeah, because now it's like out of hate.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Anything Goes podcast. No Christian today, so we're just kind of a two-man circle jerk here. It's really intimate, deep staring into each other's eyes, not looking off into the distance or like to my left or right to see Christian's reactions and stuff. Very up close and personal. Just us two.
We're also on videos, YouTube today.
We're also on video, YouTube today.
Last week, for y'all to
had a very domestic hiccup.
Very, very intense.
Very big, intense domestic hiccup.
Jeez, I was cringing.
Yeah, super cringe, but still listen to the episode because we do get into some deep shit.
Are you guys still together?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, cool. We just had an update because if you listen back to the episode,
listen, bro. If you let little things like that derail you from a relationship or like possibly getting married.
Verbal abuse isn't anything, right?
Not that it isn't anything, but you know what I'm saying? You just gotta find the methods of talking it out, and I guess our method was just like being dicks to each other. So that's fine.
How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm chilling. Definitely pretty upset about the album not coming out. So
What'd you expect?
That fucked up my whole morning, bro. I got up at like 1:30. And I checked Tidal.
1:30 in the morning?
Yeah, because I had to do a early morning shift at work, so I had to like show up at like 2:30 in the morning. But then I finished by like 10 o'clock.
At night?
No,
in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had like the whole.
So that's why you had to go to bed early and shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I understand it a bit now.
I was expecting my entire like morning to just be very gospel filled, and it wasn't.
I was really hoping it wasn't gospel filled. Like I thought with the divorce and shit that maybe Kanye would get back on his like, grimy shit. Like remember on Pablo?
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about bleaching a girl's asshole. Like that's the Kanye I miss.
Oh yeah, he did that. Yeah.
That's the Kanye that I miss. I enjoy the bleach your ass. Or like no fucking.
I'm not upset though, because sometimes people need to evolve. You know what I'm saying?
The great album, My Dark Twisted Fantasy, Blame Game, toxic ass song.
Word.
That's the type of Kanye I miss, where he's literally telling them, "Hey."
What do you think is the best song on that album?
My Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Mm-hmm. Besides Runaway. Runaway is like the greatest song ever made, but
probably Gorgeous.
What
else is on that?
Spit like your most memorable bar from that song.
Can't do it. That song's more iconic for me because of the beat.
Mm-hmm.
than the lyrics itself.
Okay.
That's Kanye at his greatest. Because with Kanye, I don't know. I don't really judge him. It's Kanye centric episode, but I don't really like judge him too much off his lyrics.
Me either.
I'm more of like, how's the beat? Like
the production wise.
Yeah, it can't be you just can't say trash lyrics.
Yeah.
But I'm more
like shoopty poop and shit.
Nah, but that was crazy how he did that to Drake.
Yeah, that was.
You know how. Do you know how fire and cocky you gotta be? Because that was a fire ass beat he just wasted.
Yeah.
To just prove a point and just fucking do all that shit. Like, if I had made that beat, I would fucking own that shit. I would think this is the greatest beat I'm ever making in my life.
Mm. You really like that beat?
Fucking yeah. That's why when he did that, I couldn't even imagine Drake on it though. But
yeah, that's why when I heard that, like, it was supposed to be for him, I was just like, I can't imagine him being on that.
For people that don't know, Kanye was gonna make a song for Drake in terms of
make a beat
for Drake. Yeah, he did make a beat for Drake, and he was gonna give it to him, but then something happened. I don't know, and then Kanye ended up releasing a song with that beat. But throughout the song, he essentially just says "oopty scoopty doopty scoopty" and all that shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, this motherfucker. Like, I would be so tight if I was Drake, because that's a fire ass beat that I thought was coming my way, and was made by the great Kanye. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fire. This is gonna be a moment.
Yeah.
Kanye Drake shit. This is a moment. And then he just releases it, and I just wake up one morning, probably just fucking some girl, and a cigar in my hand, and just like, what's going on? You see the Spotify, you see Twitter going crazy, and then that's all you hear.
And your beat just got shit on.
Like, literally, and it's scoopty boop. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
If I had to choose the best song off of that album, I'd probably say Devil in a New Dress, 100%.
Why?
I feel like Rick Ross spit like the best verse of his life on that song, and also for me that beat is like nuts.
Who do you think had a better verse, him or Nicki Minaj on Monster? Which is everybody's.
So that's another question I wanted to ask you too when I was listening back to all of the albums. Would you say that is the best verse? Would you say Nicki Minaj's verse is the best verse on that song?
Yes.
No, I don't think so. I think it's the best verse, like, out of all women in rap. Like, I feel like if you had to put someone else on that song besides Nicki Minaj, their verse wouldn't have been as good as Nicki Minaj.
Who else would you put? Cardi B can't be on that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Cardi B wouldn't have spit a harder.
Who else would be on that?
Well, like, you got other rappers like
what other female rappers?
Little Kim. Little Kim is a good ass rapper, but
Okay.
I don't think she would have spit as hard as a verse as Nicki Minaj did.
I think it was also because it was a surprise. Because remember when that came out, Nicki Minaj wasn't Nicki Minaj. Like, she was known, but she wasn't the full blown pop star, the mega star she is now. She was like still
a rapper.
She was right under Drake in terms of the next wave.
Yeah.
And she's on this song with two legends, Kanye and Jay. So they're like, all right.
And Rick Ross.
But then Rick Ross wasn't on that.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, okay, yeah, I guess for the first 10
Florida
seconds.
legend.
But like, you know when I knew something was special? When out of everybody, she had the last verse.
But I don't feel like that makes it special though.
That makes it like,
I feel like out of all the verses on that song, I'd probably give it
to Kanye, Sha'carri.
Nah, I'd probably give it to Jay-Z.
I mean,
I'd probably give it to Jay-Z or Rick Ross.
I don't even think Jay-Z would say that's a good verse. Jay-Z,
but I think if you put any other female rapper on that song, no one would have spit a better verse than Nicki Minaj would have.
Okay.
So,
I'm saying that.
Although I don't think her verse was the best verse.
What do you think has been the best female rapper verse in the last 10 years?
Female rapper in the last 10 years?
The best verse from a female rapper in the last 10 years. Fucking struggle to get out. Holy shit.
I feel like I haven't listened to enough female rappers.
Why? Sexist?
Nah, just like they just don't like
appeal to you.
Pop up on my radar like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not. I'm not listening to female rap artists. It's just not.
Would you look at Little Ma differently if she really was pregnant?
Who?
Little Ma. Young
Ma.
Ma.
Oh yeah, I'll be wilding. Like,
Young
Ma is like not a girl.
She's a girl.
Yeah, she's born a female. You know what I'm saying?
She identifies as a woman.
She does.
She's never said otherwise. She's never. I mean, like, she acts like a guy and stuff, whatever. But she's never said publicly, I identify as a male.
Oh, okay.
That I know of.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I'm completely off, but wasn't hers like, she had a project that just came out called Her Story.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Take that for what it is.
Exactly.
But, yeah, I would probably say Young Ma has definitely spit some of the harder verses for women.
Do you know one?
No, but I just know, like, I've heard her, like, I can't recite anything, you know what I'm saying? But I've definitely, like, she was on Eminem's, like, latest project and stuff like that. She's done stuff, like, with, like, Fabio Foreign and, like, other Brooklyn rappers and stuff like that, or just, you know, certain freestyles I've heard and stuff like that. So I think she's actually very...
popping.
Yeah.
I
she just doesn't get, like, radio play like that.
Kind of her fault, though.
It is. A lot of those things is like mostly their fault.
She left the foot off. She took her foot off the gas when after Ooh, yeah, she was hot.
And then she started directing like porn and shit, like lesbian porn for like. Porn
nah, I don't even blame her. I would do that too. That's her brand. Didn't she release the dildo?
She did.
That's her brand, so I'm not surprised.
But is it like whose dick is it modeled after? Do you think it's modeled after, like what she imagines her penis to be, or, like, a penis that she's seen?
I feel like she probably asked one of her boys.
But how do you know? Like, how do you know which boy to ask to do that? You know what I'm saying?
How do you have that conversation, though? Like,
my thing is, like, if she's supposed to be one of the homies, like...
Mm-hmm. Have you seen your homie's dick before? Because you better say, if she's one of the homies, she probably seen her dick before.
No, what I was gonna say was if she's one of the homies and everybody knows, like, you know, she used to be a lady.
She's still a lady.
No, but like I'm pretty sure like her homies don't look at her like that no more. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, okay, still a lady though. Like, but I get it.
Like, imagine you her homie and she's like mad thugged out and shit, and she comes out of the crib, and you be like, damn, your shit cakey today. She probably have an issue with that.
You think she got a?
No, I'm not saying that she does, but I'm saying I'm not gonna be the man to say that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
would you tell her if she did as a friend? Because
a friend.
Yeah, because you would tell Christian if you look cute one day, as a friend.
Yeah, but that's different.
Why is it different?
Because, like, I know she's trying to be, like, thugged out. You know what I'm saying?
So what? We should still be thugged out, yo.
Your shit looking fat today, kid.
Yeah. Why
you pick that shirt? That shirt making you look good. What you wearing? Fahrenheit? Damn.
You said Fahrenheit?
I don't know. What's that, polo blue?
Nah, if she were to do that, I think she gotta ask her boys.
Really? Or you think it's modeled after just her straps, like her strap-ons?
Her strap-ons? But, like, where does she get her strap-ons from?
Probably
I've always wondered how do they...
I'm pretty sure she outsourced the sculpting for this cock. I don't think she's asking one of her boys, like, yo, man, like, yo, you think you could...
I give you a piece of the percentage of the sales and shit like that?
Just use your dick.
Would you do that if she asked? I'll give you 5%.
I don't think it would sell if it was based off my dick. If it's based off my dick, you're not moving no product off the shelves.
It don't even matter. It's not even a... The dildos... We have a conversation about dildos. With dildos, does it matter on size or, like, shape?
I think so. I'm like 90% sure it's based on size. No one... I put it this way. If a girl was having sex with a guy and the dick was adequate enough, why would she need a dildo?
If a girl was having sex with a guy and if the dick was adequate enough, why she need a dildo?
Why she needs a dildo?
Because the guy's not going to be there all the time. Like, what if it's a Thursday night and you're at work? I might want to get some. Get the dildo, unless you want me to go out and cheat on you.
So would you get a cast of your cock made and then have it as a gift for your wife?
I feel like that's so, like, narcissistic.
Really?
Yeah, like a bit. Unless they ask for it.
But, like, what if she really enjoys your dick? Like,
if she asks for it, then yeah, but I'm not just gonna, like, yo, here's a birthday gift. I'm molding my cock for you. I feel like that's such a narcissistic...
It also comes with some vibrating features.
Exactly. And some
I think that would be sick.
And some pubic hair and shit. Just make it feel like it's mad realistic. I feel like that would just be fucking narcissistic. Like
I don't think that's narcissistic.
I've had somebody ask. I don't think they were serious about it though, but I've had somebody ask me about it.
What?
Like if I would get my shit molded to give to them.
Was it a female?
Yes, it was a female.
I'm just saying. No, maybe someone asked you the same question that I'm asking you.
No.
I mean, I'm a male. I'm not
No. I was asked. Yeah.
I
don't think she
was. But like an ex or just like a girl you was just like
somebody I was talking to at the time.
Did you give her the penis before she asked you that question?
I did.
So that means your dick is adequate enough. I feel like you missed out. That was an experience. You probably could have
molded up my dick.
Yeah.
No, because like, what if I become famous though? Then she could sell that or eBay that. Now it's like my dick is in the world and they know that. And I don't want my dick out there like that.
But they can't 100% prove that it's you. It's not like your dick is like a fingerprint.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
If you leave a fingerprint behind, someone could analyze that and be like, yeah, this is David. If you had your,
Yeah, but like, what if
a lot of dicks look the same.
But what if there's a picture of me like holding it and shit, or like?
But yeah, you're not giving her a dick pic though.
Certified from. I don't know.
What, a picture of you holding a sculpt of your cock?
Yeah, that I'm giving it to her.
I feel like that's a power play somehow.
How's that a power play?
I feel like that's just like.
See, my cock is not a cock that I'm like. Like proud, like Tommy Lee. I'm fucking proud of like Tommy Lee.
I don't know who that is.
That's the guy. That's
the drummer from Motley Crue.
Yeah, they had the sex tape with
Pamela Anderson.
When his shit came out, it was like a whole fucking big thing. Oh, it's so big and
but
shit.
I think that's because he's Tommy Lee. I don't think that's because
no, it's because
his dick is big.
No, they were saying it because his shit was big. I never seen the sex tape.
I feel like you were like sticking up for his dick being big instead of it just.
I mean, it was big from what I heard. I don't know. I've never seen it, but that's all I hear. I don't hear people say, "Oh my God, it's Tommy Lee's dick."
I've seen the sex tape, but I'm not gonna judge.
Was it a big dick? It was a big dick.
It was Tommy Lee. I know that.
All right, another example. When Safari came out,
I didn't see.
When his shit came out, didn't see that either, but heard so much about it. I remember 2 weeks ago, I was with a group of friends, and they were talking. One of them was like, "Yo, Safari's mad corny," and it was like, "Yeah, but his dick pic though, that shit was A1." The room just changed. Like, yep, he's corny, but that dick is A1. And he released a thing. He released Big Ass Dick, which is a remix off of WAP, Wet Ass Pussy.
Okay.
And he released some OnlyFans shit and stuff. Like, he's known for his dick. He can be proud of that dick. Me, it's like, I enjoy my dick. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But it's not a dick.
Like, I feel like
it's not an iconic dick. I don't think.
Yeah. I think if I was famous and my dick pic got leaked, I couldn't capitalize off of it like Safari did.
You could.
You know what I'm saying?
You could capitalize off it.
No, but like not make like everybody saying he's got a good dick.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Who told you that?
You just said that. You said you had a group of people say that.
Yeah, they told me this.
All come to a consensus that they were on board with. My thing is,
you can get the pun. Come to consensus.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that if mine was brought up in that situation in that room, the room wouldn't be divided. It'd probably be on the opposite spectrum of like, yeah, he should probably,
Teresa, what are you doing?
That's bad that happened to him.
But no, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. You're in the comedy game, essentially.
So what? Comedics are supposed to have little dicks?
No, but
I'm also a thick boy.
Yes, but you can capitalize off of something humiliating.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, let's just say you did have a small dick. You could sell T-shirts advertising a small dick and stuff. Like,
what?
You're...
Like, give me a T-shirt idea right now.
Small dicks matter? No. That's lame.
I feel like that's too straightforward.
It's too improv. Fuck.
I feel like I would put I feel like I'd put the picture of a dick, but then put it on like a wanted poster and then have that be the image on the shirt.
Jesus Christ.
And then instead of it saying wanted, it would say unwanted.
See, that's what type of things I think we need to do with that shit. We had to make type of shirts like that, which like funny but different.
Yeah.
Like that's funny and different. Like I don't know how much it's gonna sell, or like how much traction it'll get, because I don't know, penis pic shirts sell a lot.
But you could blur it. Like you could blur,
the Kanye West album.
Yeah, like you could blur the picture, but you still know it's like a silhouette of a penis.
But wouldn't people
and then put unwanted instead of wanted.
But couldn't like certain sex genders get offended by that?
Well, like a blurred penis? Why?
Yeah. Because like
there's people that want penises, and then there's also people that don't want.
What about
penis
females
anymore.
that identify as males that don't have penises? Won't they find out like, yo, you trying to make fun of me or something?
I don't think so.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody?
I feel like if you have to think that far into why a shirt is offensive, you're an asshole. 100%.
I'm just
it's just a shirt.
I get very anxious sometimes, so I overthink things to the max.
Yeah, I felt that.
So that's why I'm like, yeah, but like somebody might get offended, then we get canceled, and if we get canceled off a dick shirt and not nothing we say, I'm gonna be pretty tight.
Yeah.
Like if we get canceled, it has to be something
let's
that
put
we
a
say.
Let's put a thumb in it, or like a what did they say?
Is that another shirt?
Let's put it. Wow, that's good.
Thumb in it.
Yeah.
In the butt or the penis hole? Urethra. That's what it's called?
Urethra.
Spell it.
No. Can't.
But I think I think we can capitalize. Like if my dick pic comes out and people say it's little, I'm capitalizing off of that shit. Like trust me, I'm
small meats matter.
Exactly. You're fucking killing it. You didn't you go to the design school when you was younger?
Instead of like Arby's, we have the meats. It'll be like David
doesn't have the meat.
Doesn't have the meats.
Nah, that's a little bit too long for her. Arby's. Or just take the Arby logo and like. I'm gonna let you continue because you're literally fucking killing it.
Yeah, I'm killing the game.
You know how your dick shirts.
I think it's like David's. He don't have the meats.
No, you just said that.
Where is the meats?
I
think that's good.
I don't think Teresa liked it.
Should be alright.
Tell me about you, man. How are you doing?
I'm good, bro. I got a lot of stuff on my mind.
How's your wedding? Your wedding is in like 3 months.
Yeah, word.
Holy shit.
It's pretty fucking exhausting. I gotta actually go and try on tuxes today after this.
You said what?
I have to go try on tuxes today after this.
Yeah. Don't you do that a long time ago? I don't know the process of a wedding, but I feel like that's something that you do a long ass time ago.
Nah, I mean, as long as you do it like 3 or 4 months before the wedding, just to make sure like your fittings get done, and, like everything is measured, and then you just gotta make sure you don't get like fatter or skinnier, so your fittings are like, on point. And then you'll usually have it like a month before the wedding, so maybe like a couple weeks.
So do you start like a diet tomorrow then, since you said you can't get fat or skinnier? So do you have to like?
You know what it is? I've been a fat piece of shit my whole life, right? So it's.
Hey, if you say it, it's okay.
But I've been able to like maintain the same weight for like an
maintain being a fat piece of shit.
Yeah, maintain it. Like never deviate, but like I'm cruising at 180. I'm cruising at 280, 285.
Oh, you said 180.
Yeah,
I was about to be like,
fucking wish.
Bro,
I wish.
You're 10 pounds heavier than me. What the fuck? I wish. So you've been 280 for 20 years.
I've been 280 for probably 23 years. Probably
23, yeah.
My whole life.
And you can't get more under that. You're not gonna get more.
I know I can get more under that, but I eat like shit. I don't eat right. I feel like I don't eat a lot. I just don't eat what I'm supposed to.
And then, is that gonna continue?
Probably.
So you're gonna still get like shit?
Probably.
I mean, you did have McDonald's.
Yeah. But like, you seen me eat one cheeseburger. I had like 2 cheeseburgers in the car.
Oh, yeah, 2.
Yeah. I finished it here. But I started.
So you had 3 burgers.
Yeah, it was bad. So those cheeseburgers were good. I didn't eat anything.
McDonald's cheeseburgers is good to you?
They're not the best, but like they get you where you need to be.
You rushing on the way here?
Yeah.
I'm about to say, nobody wakes up and like, you know what? Definitely gonna get a McDonald's burger today.
Yeah.
That is something you either get because
I have a headache now. That's the crazy part.
Doesn't surprise me one bit.
Yeah.
Does not surprise me one bit. What'd you drink with it?
Sprite. That's what I'm saying.
That's disgusting.
Like that, I ate, right?
Yeah.
But I probably won't eat again until like 8 o'clock, and that's late.
And that's Burger King.
Shouldn't even be eating that late.
Exactly. You shouldn't be eating after 7.
Exactly.
I don't never eat McDonald's.
And that's what I mean. Like that's the McDonald's is like the only thing I had today. Now, if I go and eat at 8 when I'm not supposed to eat, and I eat a regular meal, I'm eating a bunch of shit when I'm not supposed to be eating it. You know what I'm saying? And then I missed out on like breakfast, so it's not a well balanced day.
What's your favorite fast food restaurant?
My favorite fast food restaurant.
And Chick-fil-A and Shake Shack don't count because that's like a little too high class.
Yeah. I probably would have went Chick-fil-A, but I'd probably say Five Guys.
That don't count either.
Why?
It's on the same level as Shake Shack. And
Really?
Chick-fil-A. Yeah, it's up. It's a little high
If
class.
you had to rank those three, what would you rank them?
Shake Shack 1.
Yeah, you won't.
I've only had Chick-fil-A twice in my whole life. So
Have you ever had their lemonade?
I don't like it. It's too. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't like it, but I don't drink it.
How about their frosted lemonade?
Not a big sweets guy.
Hmm.
So I feel like.
I see that. That's why you have like clear skin.
You think so?
Yeah. If you're not a sweets person, that
used
sweets
to give me-
cause you to have like bad acne and like pimples and shit.
Bro, when I was in high school, every single day, I was eating either Pop-Tarts after school, first thing I would eat.
You look like a Pop-Tart kid.
Definitely.
You look like you eat only the middle part of the Pop-Tart and you don't eat the crust.
That's offensive. I fucking love the crust.
But then I was one of those kids that was like, yo, give me a crust.
He was bullying people. Yo, give me a fucking crust.
Nah. It was just, I know dudes that would come in and just eat the middle of the Pop-Tart and not eat the crust. And I thought the crust was the best part.
What about pumpkin pies? You eat the crust? You saying hell no?
I don't fuck with pumpkin pie. I'll kill an apple pie, though. Apple pie, I'll fucking demolish that by myself.
And do you eat the crust?
Hell yeah. Because the crust is like, it gets all toasted and crunchy and it tastes like a cookie.
Nah, for me, I'm going to say number 1, Shake Shack. 2, Five Guys by default because I don't really eat Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3, Chick-fil-A. But like,
I'd probably go
not a-
Five Guys, Chick-fil-A, and then Shake Shack.
not a big Five Guys dude. Not a big one.
I feel like Five Guys is like a traditional American burger without going to like a barbecue place or like a restaurant.
Because it's in like that tinfoil shit.
Yeah, and just the way that they're made.
It's like a construction burger.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's like a house burger,
Yeah.
but made like on a real bread,
But it's
like on a real
nothing-
bun and not like Wonder Bread.
Nothing compared to Shake Shack
What do you mean?
in terms of taste. Shake Shack tastes better.
Nah, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Nah.
That fucking what is that sauce that they put on that spicy
Shack
shit?
sauce?
The Shack sauce. That shit's sexy. No,
Nah.
why not?
Again, because I feel like Shake Shack is just a step above McDonald's. Like it's what McDonald's should be.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what? You said what just about McDonald's? You said
I feel like Shake Shack is what McDonald's should be.
Nah, you wildin'.
What do you mean?
That. Don't Shake Shack.
Shake Shack is better than McDonald's.
Yeah, but like you're making it seem closer than it is.
Nah. Saying something should be something else doesn't mean like they're, running second behind that person. I feel like McDonald's is running second because McDonald's is like the bigger name compared to Burger King.
How about this? Since it's the Olympics, right? It's Olympic season.
Mm-hmm.
All the fast food
Had a race.
at a race. Give me the order 1 through.
I think Chick-fil-A would come in first, 100%.
Why?
Because it's just cleaner and it's chicken. You know what I'm saying? It's lean meat. It's chicken. There's no beef, so you're not like super heavy from beef.
Mm-hmm.
So I think chicken is like winning.
But what if the race is
Chick-fil-A
on a Sunday? They won't train on Sundays and shit.
Yeah, but even still, they've been training all week. You need a rest day. And if Sunday's your rest day and it's like the day where you gotta fucking give it 110% on a race, it's probably a Sunday.
All right, so Chick-fil-A gets the gold.
I think Chick-fil-A.
Also, this is also based on your preference.
Nah. I mean, yeah, because it's coming from me, so I guess you can say it is based off of my preference. But I feel like a lot of people will agree where my stance are.
I'm thinking about like in terms of food that you would like if right now.
Oh no! I'm thinking like.
I'm saying
the
Five
world.
Guys would get gold
I don't think Five Guys would get
for
gold.
you because you like Five Guys. You say Five Guys was number 1.
No. I said Chick-fil-A was number 1. Then Five Guys is second.
Okay, so
I would probably go for a chicken sandwich before I go for a burger. A Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich I would go for before I go for a burger. And if I had to go for a burger, it would be Five Guys.
what do you think about White Castle?
White Castle was like dead last. They
Doesn't even qualify.
didn't even compete. Yeah, didn't even qualify. Like Sha'carri, what's her name? Sha'carri?
Oh, the pothead.
Yeah.
Sha'carri Richardson.
Yeah.
Think she's cute.
Like she was good, but then like she fucked up and wasn't able to qualify.
What did you think about that? Because
I think it was bullshit.
Why?
100%. Because it's like it's very well documented that like Michael Phelps was like smoking weed and stuff like that. Like it was a picture of him and a video of him like smoking weed, and he was still allowed to like compete in the Olympics.
Well, but to be fair, he was suspended. It was just the timing was off.
Yeah.
Like if Sha'carri would have done this like 5 months ago, she'd been fine. But when she got suspended was when the Olympics was coming up, and she just got suspended at the wrong time. Like Michael Phelps did get suspended. It just wasn't around the Olympic time because he didn't get caught around the Olympics. He was smart with his shit. Sha'carri, she fucking was
Yeah,
not.
I guess. I guess you could say the timing is what screwed it. You know what it is for me? It's just like everybody makes those mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And like even hearing about like Michael Phelps was allowed to go and he smoked weed and blah 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 blah. I knew it was about the timing and stuff like that, but then also like even though it's like okay, the timing is what helped him be there and still be able to compete, but like in the social climate that we're in, to hold her back because wasn't it like didn't Russia just get banned for like taking mad steroids and shit and like having them pop for mad steroids?
Yeah, but Russia's Russia. Like they're dirty.
Yeah,
they are dirty in their own right.
Well, let's be respectful to our Russian fans. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm just a shout out to them.
But and they were quick to suspend them, right? They were taking steroids. Like weed is slowly becoming like legal in states, and it's also becoming like not a controlled substance like in the sports world. It's and stuff like that. Like the NFL doesn't test for it anymore, and the NBA is like almost right behind them. You know what I'm saying?
The Olympics is a global. It's a
global. Thing. It's a global thing.
It's a whole different thing, and the
rules. Yeah, but it's a bunch of sports that people play everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no sport in the Olympics that is just exclusive to the Olympics.
Okay, that's
you know what I'm saying?
That's true. Yeah, there's some dumb. Have you seen
mad dumb sports? What is water polo? Water polo is stupid.
I don't hate water polo. I saw this.
I watched a clip of water polo and I seen someone just like hop around with a ball in the pool and then just spike it into a goal and everyone went insane.
Can you swim?
I can swim because I'm black. You asked me that question.
Nah, it's because I feel like you have this. Because I feel like you have this agenda against water polo, like water sports and stuff.
I'd rather watch regular polo before I watch water polo.
That is the most bougiest shit ever.
100%.
When you gotta see people run around on horses, that's so cruel. That's messed up to the animals.
Yeah, but at least it's like an actual sport.
Yeah, but so the animals can suffer?
It's not about the animals. I'm just talking about like the actual thing that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like the sport of
animals are suffering and they're forced to run against their will in hot weather.
Well, people still do fucking horse racing, and
I'm against that either.
Okay, cool for you. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not saying that I'm against. I'm not saying that I'm
all
for
against it, but you're
it's a sport. It's still an Olympic sport.
Nah. Yeah, polo is an Olympic sport. Like regular dry horse polo.
Regular dry horse.
That's
polo?
What I call it.
Dry polo.
Dry polo. Is that a regular sport?
I think it's an Olympic sport. If water polo is an Olympic sport, regular polo has to be an Olympic.
People kicking each other. I don't know if it's like.
But that's what I'm saying.
Taekwondo.
I don't understand how this is a sport.
Taekwondo.
Water polo.
Because it's a.
It's a bunch of grown men swimming in a pool pretending to play. I didn't know it was dual.
They have men and women's sport.
Is it separate?
It's separated.
Is it separated or are they playing?
Separated.
Oh, okay. So whatever. But water polo in itself, it's a bunch of grown men or women in a pool, doggy paddling to the other side, pretending to play soccer.
What sport do you wish was an Olympic? Like what? Maybe not sport. What
they
activity?
just made skateboarding an Olympic sport.
Oh, that's just a new thing.
That started this year. Now? Yeah.
You would do that? Like if you wanted to be an Olympic athlete, if you were going to be an Olympian, what sport? Like I already know mine.
I think football.
Mine would be kickball.
Football would be dope to see in the Olympics.
Nah, people get
it. It would take mad time. Yeah, but it's a bunch of football players.
It's not a global sport though.
Like, yeah, because other places play like rugby.
Exactly, Americans would dominate that. So like
I don't think
Japan don't.
I don't think so because there's a lot of people. There's a few people that like play rugby in like Australia that have been in like the NFL Combine and shit like that. I don't remember them by name.
You said the NFL Combine. That's a training ground to get into the NFL. Someone like actually in the league.
Yeah.
With a name.
What do you mean with a name?
Like,
I don't know their name.
Doing something of note in the league. Like, okay, they probably made it on a team because they have the athletic ability to do that. But like Usain Bolt was on a soccer team. Not gonna put him on the same level as like Lionel Messi and shit.
Well, yeah. Well, rugby is pretty much football, just without fucking pads. And it's not like you have a quarterback and you have a defensive line, but these are like grown-ass men running from one end of a field to the other while also trying to like run through other men. That sounds like a bare bones description of what football is. It's like football without positions.
That's like saying hockey is the same thing as soccer.
Kind of is.
I mean, it has some same things, but the game planning is different.
It's just the stipulation.
The physicality.
Yeah, because you're not playing on your you're still playing on your feet, but you have skates at the bottom of your feet.
What do you think? But you never told me your sport.
What sport?
Yeah, if you had like I'll say so football would be you'd be in the USA Olympic football 100%. Team. Me, I mean, it's not a real sport. Kickball, that was my shit back in the day.
Kickball is dope.
You ever play kickball back in the day?
Kickball, I would like to see kickball be an Olympic sport.
If kickball is an Olympic sport, I always thought if kickball was an Olympic sport, professional thing.
Baseball is not an Olympic sport. Right?
Baseball is an Olympic sport.
What?
The Major League Baseball players don't play in it though.
Why?
Because MLB goes on at the same time, and these Olympic athletes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They don't get paid. None of these athletes get paid.
They're just playing for medals.
They're playing for medals and future sponsorships.
Yeah, like Wheaties.
Like imagine if I was a star track runner for India, and I won the gold medal. I'm a god in India. I'm getting like all the sponsorships.
Yeah.
All that shit. So that's what they play for. They don't get paid.
They play for like what's it called? Fucking like a reputation.
Medals, legacy.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They take those medals and then it's like
endorsement deals.
Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So like if I'm a baseball player, I'm gonna pay $20 million to play for this team. Why the fuck am I going to the Olympics and play for free?
Yeah, my bad.
Playing footies.
Yeah.
Be like that. But kickball, I always wanted that. If kickball
You think you would dominate?
Fucking hell yeah. I used to be my shit back in the day. When I was in camp, school, kickball, dodgeball.
Were you able to like kick the ball where you needed it to be and able to run your bases? It's almost like baseball. It's almost like baseball.
Yeah, you sound like
No, because there were kids that would go out there and play and just try and fucking kick as hard to see wherever the fucking lands, but hopefully it's far enough for them to run like all the way.
I was very strategic with my shit. Mm-hmm. Like I was very like, this is what I'm gonna do. Like I took the shit mad seriously. Like I took the game seriously. Like I was that competitive. Like all right, I'm strategizing the game in my head. I'm forming a game plan of what I want to do, how far I want to go, how far I want to kick it. Used to do that all in my head beforehand. Same thing in dodgeball. Like I was so ready.
Dodgeball would be crazy as an Olympic sport.
You know breakdancing is an Olympic sport?
What?
Breakdancing.
Breakdancing?
Breakdancing.
Does the U.S. compete in that?
I don't know.
If you had to send...
That's what pissed me off.
If you had to send a group of 4 dancers...
Okay.
From the U.S. to compete for the U.S. in breakdancing, who would you send?
I feel like obviously I'd have to send Chris Brown.
100%. That was the first person I thought of.
Even though there'd be a lot of controversy because he's a woman beater.
Yeah, but that's different.
And I don't know if he's gonna pass the drug tests. Like if Sha'carri was not able to.
But I feel like you need drugs to be a breakdancer. I feel like you need drugs to dance well.
Be on crack or cocaine.
No, not like crack. Like you need like good drugs. Like probably. Yeah. You probably need like definitely like weed.
Adderall.
Probably, or like LSD.
LSD.
I feel like if you're on LSD, your body's more fluid. You know.
I would say Chris Brown, but I'm also very worried about him because.
Would you put Usher there?
He's kind of old.
Yeah, but he's still.
But like, is he though? What's his endurance like? Like, did you see?
I don't think his endurance is the same.
Drugs. Did you see his hair?
Nah, I didn't.
Yo, look at his hair. He has one side, like it's kind of old school, but it's like it's like a Lego block hair.
Oh, like will.i.am. will.i.am had his shit like that.
Yeah, but it looks weirder than will.i.am. Like I think he's on drugs, so I'm like a little worried about that.
Who else would you send?
Who else would I send?
Omarion.
You know what?
No one does that icebox shit like he does.
Facts. And he doesn't like he do drugs. Like
nah, he looks like clean. He looks like a clean Chris Brown, and that's why he's not successful.
You know how I know he doesn't do drugs? He said what?
I said he looks like a clean Chris Brown, and that's why he's not successful.
Nah, don't do that. He's successful. It
didn't carry.
Remember in the early 2000s?
Yeah, but it didn't carry.
It didn't. But like, he was on that Bow Wow wave of like being in movies and shit.
Let me hold you.
Do you remember when he was in that Bill Cosby? Who's free now, by the way? That Bill Cosby shit, Fat Albert, Omarion.
Yeah, but he was like a dick.
Yeah, but
he didn't have a huge role.
He had a somewhat big role.
He had like 30 minutes of screen time total.
But this is how I know Omarion don't do drugs. A man in his group fucked his baby moms.
Yeah, if I did drugs, I'd probably kill my bandmate.
Exactly. I'm bugging out.
100%.
But he was level-headed to the point where he didn't do anything.
He was just like, you know what? It ain't even me. it ain't even him. She's a hoe.
Exactly. I'm like, that's how I know. Nah, this man, he does like sage and shit.
Yeah. He's burning. He's on his Kyrie wave.
Exactly. So nah. So I'll put Amari on my team. I'm confident that he'll make it there to the Olympics. Chris Brown, I have him there, but I have like 3 backup plans just in case because I don't know if he'll make it. Who else is
just tell him to like drink and eat clean for like a week before the test, and then he'll be all right. Yeah. Oh, but they test while they're there.
Exactly. You know, like Sha'carri didn't test in competition. Like when she tested positive for weed, she didn't have a race scheduled. This was prior to everything.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like they randomly drug test, so you don't even really know.
Yeah.
Which is wild. Have you heard the stories about that?
What?
How they randomly drug test?
No.
So they'll come up to your door at any time, and they'll watch you pee into the cup to make sure you're not like whipping up a fake dick or like using somebody else's pee. And
how do they do that for women?
I don't know. That's a good point. They probably send women drug testers, and they'll probably sit in there. Or they probably stand outside the bathroom. They'll probably like pat you down, and then like.
You probably have to strip down all the way to like their underwear and then go use the bathroom.
Exactly. Probably exactly how it works.
Yeah.
But I know because like who was it? There was a UFC fighter who his wife was in labor.
And he used her pee. Yeah, I heard about that.
Definitely not what I was talking about. But I love like so much.
No, but I've heard that
while she was in labor.
She was pregnant. No, he found out that his wife was pregnant.
Oh,
because he used her pee in a drug test, and it came back that his pee he was pregnant. So they were like, "We know you lied 100%, but your wife is pregnant 100%."
That's wow.
Yeah.
Imagine finding out.
That was UFC.
Imagine finding out that way. Holy shit.
Yeah. I'd be like, thanks.
Yeah, they popped in on him. They popped in on him while he was in the emergency room.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, hey, you know, I know you're going through like a life-changing event right now. Real quick, though.
Congratulations.
Pee in this cup real quick. If you want to race next month and do that 10-second race, here you go.
Oh. Imagine that, bro. Not being able to compete in like a 10-second race because you smoke some weed. That would fucking blow. You can't compete in a 10-second race because you smoke some weed and now you miss out on millions of dollars.
That's
I'd probably smell my mouth.
Okay. That's probably why Sha'carri, people are calling her stupid now.
Nah, but then, Sha'carri did her interviews and stuff like that, and she was like, yeah, I just have found out that my birth mother passed away, and I was kind of depressed by that, and blah, blah, blah.
How about this? You had a job where you couldn't smoke weed.
Mm-hmm.
So you understand kind of where she's come, like this discipline that you have to have.
Yeah.
Do you feel sympathy? Because
I do feel sympathy because I know how bad that can hurt.
Because now you're a drug addict. But back in the day, before that,
not a drug addict.
Before that,
so let's not go there.
Before that, you were like staying off it. Like you was not doing drugs.
I mean, my body didn't like depend on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like some people. Like now when I do it, I have body pains. And you know what I'm saying? Like I'm fat, I'm overweight, and I'm like 23 years old, and I feel like I'm 32. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this body hurts. You feel me? So, it helps with aches, it helps with pains and stuff like that. So if she was to come and if she would have came out and said like, look, I'm taking it because I'm in this sport. I train and I do this and I do that, and I respect the training process, you know what I'm saying? Like, these people who compete and who are, like, athletes, they put their body through, like, immense stress, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And weed and cannabis is, like, a good way of, like...
But it's also the rules that you...
It is also the rules, yes. So, like, I would have sympathy up to a certain point. Like, if you're not really supposed to be, like, touching it, then find some other way, son. Like... LeBron James spends over $1 million of his own money during the offseason to make sure that like his body is in like good condition.
He's also a fucking billionaire. He can do that.
Again, yes.
These track stars, they don't make that type of money.
Since that's the position he put himself in, then you need to put yourself in a position where you can do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, nobody's saying you have to spend $1 million of your own money into that, but like. Whatever it is that you're making, like, put it into rehabbing your body. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Floyd Mayweather was in the Olympics? Silver medal. People think
really?
it's a gold medal but he lost actually in the Olympics. Nobody wants to talk about that.
Yeah, but again, like you said, those shits don't really count.
Do you think that it's bullshit when people say that you shouldn't masturbate before an athletic event? Like they say,
I've never heard that.
Because they say that boxers usually go months without having sex or masturbating before an actual fight because it makes your legs weaker.
That's stupid.
You think so? You should do it one day. I've tried it actually. I've masturbated like 15 minutes before a workout once. The worst workout of my life. Your leg, you literally like. You feel like you lose a lot of energy in your legs, like a lot of strength in your thighs and shit. And I've seen athletes talk about that shit too. Like, well, except Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was just fucking the world before every fight.
Yeah, and he would fucking punch somebody's head off.
But that's Mike Tyson.
Or, like, bite their ear off.
Because he was fucking scary as shit. But I've masturbated before a big athletic event. And, well, big athletic event, a workout. Big athletic event to me, but a workout. And that shit makes you slow. Like, I don't know about you, but to me, that shit makes me slow.
Well, I don't work out, so I just
do work out.
I just masturbate.
And you never feel your legs being tired?
No.
Just go about your business?
Yeah. I do have like exceptionally huge calves and shit.
Calves?
Yeah, my calves are huge.
They are big. Let me see. Show it to the camera. Remember Christian last time we fucking lift that leg up?
Yeah, that shit went high.
Try to top that.
I can't.
Try to top it a little bit.
If I do that, I'd probably shit my pants.
He has an Astro Boy tattoo on his calf. I always forget this every time I see you.
Yeah.
Until like you walk in front of me, I'm like.
There's flames at the bottom of it because he has like jet boots, and when I look, and that's the first thing that I see, I always think that like I cut myself or like I'm bleeding.
It's surprising that you got a tattoo of Astro Boy before a Spider-Man tattoo. Like I would figure you would get a Spider-Man tattoo if you were gonna get anybody.
I feel like if I would have did the Spider-Man tattoo, I would have just jumped into it too hard. You know what I'm saying? Like the Astro Boy tattoo, I actually like took time to like think about it and stuff like that, and like where I wanted to put it, where what else am I gonna be putting around it and stuff like that.
Why that tattoo again, by the way?
So my favorite artist is Cause. Cause is the person that does, the statues. He takes a lot of like, pop figures and then also, does his own style to it.
The hype beast.
Yeah, so my plan is to fill up my leg with a bunch of the different statues that he has.
Okay.
Yeah. So like at the front of my knee, he did a Sesame Street collection. So Teresa's nephew, he loves like Sesame Street and like fucking Bert, Ernie, and Elmo, and he did the whole fucking gang. So
on your knee?
Huh?
On your knee?
No, I'm saying he did the whole gang. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they said you have it on your knee. I was like, is this
so what I'm thinking about doing is getting there's a T-shirt or like a promotional thing that he made where it's Elmo but as a Cause figure, and he's like ripping through like a page or whatever. So I want to do that like on the front of my knee. So you want to
get a leg sleeve? Is that what it's called? The leg sleeve?
Yeah. I want to do both.
Of all claws.
Yeah.
Both legs.
So I'm doing my right leg with all the Cause statues, and then I'm doing my left leg with like portraits and stuff. So like different like musical artists that like I like listen to or like has had like a big impact in my life.
Will Kanye be on this?
I don't think so. I know the first person. Wow. I know the first person I'm gonna get is Mac Miller.
Really?
Yeah.
And, why?
When I was in junior high school, I believe that's when like Mac Miller like started getting popping. As far as like like when he first came out with like that song Donald Trump, and then he did the kids mixtape and stuff like that. So I was a very big fan of his, and like as I was going from like grade to grade, he was like evolving as a rapper. Like literally every time I would hear him, if he was coming out with a new project or a new single, like or a new single coming off of an old project, it was always like him getting progressively better. And like anything he would drop, whether it would be like a single or an album or whatever, it like really resonated with whatever it is that I was like doing at the time, or what I was going through at the time, as far as like a kid and stuff like that, a kid going into like my teenage years and adulthood and stuff like that. So when he passed away, that shit hit me like mad hard, son. Like that shit fucked me up for like a couple days because Like he had just dropped Swimming Pools, coming off of like the Divine Feminine and like all of his other smaller like little EPs and mixtapes that he did, and you know, like with that album for me felt like so like hopeful, and like, you know, like him really getting out all of his different emotions and all of the different things that he was going through at the time. And I kind of struggle with things like that as far as like dealing with all of my emotions at once.
Yeah.
Like I have to like acknowledge, like for me, I have to acknowledge that this thing is going on in my life, and I have to like break it down and take care of it within like a series of like, whether it's like a couple of days, like I can't even do it in a couple of days, but maybe like weeks or like 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But with that album, he was literally able to express like how he was feeling like with every emotion, you know what I'm saying? So that album was my shit. I could listen to that at any time. Swimming, and then also Circles.
So what song stands out the most to better understand how your feelings towards Mac Miller, how he affected you?
I think my favorite song off of that album is 2009.
2009.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, so that's my shit.
So who else? Do you someone name you know Mac Miller?
I'm doing that. I also want to do XXX Tentacion.
So you want everybody that passed away?
Not everybody.
X really impacted you like that?
Me and my brother. So me and my brother, like for me and XXX, it was more because that was like music that me and my brother like bonded over. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So he was a big XXX Tentacion fan, and again the same thing. Like when he started releasing his albums and stuff like that, it was like a lot of emotional trauma stuff that he was going through. Like some of the songs was just like, you know, like that crazy upbeat like SoundCloud rap that was at the time. But then like when he released, I think it's called 7 or question mark or whatever that question mark.
Was it the first album?
Yeah, what was that first album? Was it 7?
No, wasn't it? No, he had the song Jocelyn Flores.
That album, yeah.
That's the name of the album.
I don't know if that's the name of the album, but that album that had that song on it, that album had like a lot of emotional stuff, especially that song.
I find that interesting how you talk about your love for Mac Miller and XXXTentacion and how their emotional stuff hit you, yet you're like known as the most secure guy guy of all time.
That was from then and then now. You know what I'm saying? Like that music changed me for the better now.
And if there was an X song, what would you say?
What for X?
Yeah, if people wanted to get how this person really meant, what he really meant to you.
I'd probably say the last album was probably like the
last album.
Yeah, he had a song on there. Was it the last album? No, it was a song that he had with Joey Badass on one of the albums.
I feel like it's question mark.
Yeah.
Was that the one with Sad on it?
Yeah. Okay. So like that song, that one song that he had with Joey Badass that was on one of the projects. That song was like a song that I was listening to a lot. So I would do that. I would have him on there. Also, I wanted to do what's the lead singer from Linkin Park? Chester
Bennington.
Bennington, yeah.
Yeah. They have together?
Huh?
They have a song together?
No. I'm saying he's another person that I want to add to that.
No, so you really do want to get people that are dead. You just named 3 people that have passed away.
All the good people are like
dead.
Are like, yeah, like dead, bro. Like,
Jesus.
I mean, I'm not gonna get like Pop Smoke on my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I like Pop Smoke a lot,
I wouldn't be surprised if you would have said Pop Smoke next.
I do want to do Nas.
Oh, nah, you don't. Lil Nas X?
Nah, you wild. Regular Nas.
You saw that video?
Yeah, nah, he was wilding, boy. He was wilding for real, wilding for mad respect. Like, what I want to know is what he's doing and what he's showing is that like progressively moving along like the LGBTQ stuff.
I think it is. I respect it.
I don't see how it is.
Because he's showcasing his art. Like before him, when did you see like gay artists be that provocative or can be that provocative?
But is it needed? Is it needed?
Somebody has to break the barrier. Somebody has to break the wall. Somebody has to be the first.
Yeah,
one to
but
do
I don't even think that there's like a barrier. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there is.
Yeah, but like
what if there's a kid in 15-year-old kid in Texas who's gay and he wants to be a rapper? And
just do it.
Yeah, but somebody has to inspire him. Somebody has to show him that you can grind on the devil, or you can fucking dance with men in the shower.
But does that need to be shown to get your point across? That's what I'm trying to get at.
It does, to inspire.
Why can't you just be like the best rapper alive who is also gay?
Because that's not his brand. That's not his art. Just like Madonna. Madonna's brand in art wasn't that she could sing the greatest, even though I don't know. I'm not a big fan of her. I don't really know. But it was that she's
not like the worst singer.
But she was like provocative back in the day. She was different.
And voguing.
Yeah, in the 80s. Now that shit is like nothing. But back in the 80s, that shit was like, yo, Madonna, fucking slut and shit. That's what they were saying.
Yeah.
Now somebody has to do it, and if Lil Nas X is doing it, and it makes sense because who was his favorite rapper growing up?
Nicki Minaj.
And this is like Nicki Minaj shit. So I
don't see no problem with it. I find I find it to be comedy. Like
I do too.
Like I laugh at it.
Do you read Lil Nas X has a fucking funny ass Twitter? Do you see it on Twitter?
Yeah.
His
What made me laugh one time is like when he came out as like, you know, I'm gay, whatever the case may be. Someone's like, people kept like saying like, yo, this guy's like mad gay, whatever, fuck this guy, blah blah blah. And then he was like, yo, let somebody talk about me being gay one more time, and I'm gonna kiss them right in their mouth. I was like, yo, that's thugged out.
That's
funny.
I
respect that. That's funny.
Exactly, that's funny shit. Like I fucks with Lil Nas X. Like
he said, if somebody say one more thing about me being gay, I'm gonna kiss them in their mouth.
I'm not gonna lie, the song, not a big. I don't really like.
I don't think it's a bad song. Like I like it. Just the visual. I can't.
A little too much.
It was a little
too hot.
Yeah, a little too much.
Excited.
Yeah.
But
then he released like a statement because Jack Harlow was on the song.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he was saying that Lil Nas X, he did all the treatment for the video, pretty much saying, like, how he wanted to go, all the shots, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yo, if Lil Nas X wanted me to be in that shower scene, I would have did it.
Yeah.
So, and then Lil Nas retweeted that.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm sorry for all the mistakes that I made against the gay community. I will do better next time.
Oh, because he didn't get to do the shower scene.
Yeah, exactly.
See, that's funny shit.
Yeah, that is funny.
Like, another thing he did was, like, somehow, because another thing that he did...
Gotta get closer to the mic.
Because another thing that he did was... Somebody was like, yo, Lil Nas X and Jack Harlow should release a mixtape together, which they shouldn't, by the way, because, like... That would just seem weird as fuck.
But I feel like Jack Harlow is, like, the biggest sus rapper.
And then they were like... Hold on. They should release a tape together. And then Lil Nas X was like... Nah, I already tried that. He said, nah. Then he's like, wait, you mad music? Goes out to the sex tape.
Yeah,
I was like, this is my guy. See, at least he's like not one of the... Like, I like that he's not anal about shit.
Yeah.
Like, I like that he's like comedy with shit. Like, he could fucking take a joke and he could give it out too.
Yeah.
Like, he's not serious about it. But yeah, you said Jack Harlow sus as fuck because he was working with Lil Nas X.
Not that he's working with Lil Nas X, but some of the shit that he be saying, like, especially when he be like with Drewski and stuff like that. Him and Drewski be wildin'.
Yeah, what did he say before you
like when he was on the what was that basketball league shit that they have on Revolt TV? TCL League or something like that.
Celebrity Basketball League, something along those lines.
Yeah, something like that. So like Drewski was like interviewing him. Stuff like that. He was like, yo, how do you think you were doing during the game? He was like, yo, I wish you was playing so I could play some D on you. Yeah, he was just like, yeah, they be wildin'. He be wildin', son.
Nah. What else? He said something else recently, though.
All right, his GQ thing when he was just like, yeah, you know, I take these pills. You know, they said it's supposed to be good for when you work out and it increases libido. And he was like, I took it before I went to the gym, but I had to leave because I was like mad horny, mad hard.
Nah, Jack Harlow dope though. I'm not gonna let you
talk shit. I fuck with Jack Harlow. I fuck with Jack Harlow. I just, you know, he be sus sometimes.
When you saw him,
he be like high school lunchroom table sus.
When you saw when you saw him on Lil Nas X song, like, did you think he might do some shit here? Like, what did you think when he was like Jack Harlow's gonna produce?
Yeah, I was just like,
which funny enough, Kanye's producing that.
Yeah, he did.
So everybody talking about the demon shit. Kanye West produced that shit.
Yeah. Which is like very progressive
of Kanye
in his space of what he's like doing now. You know what I'm saying? Like with him, you know, doing the gospel stuff, and you know, people in the church tend to like look down on like the gays and stuff like that. So it's just like,
I mean, Kanye's had gay rumors in the past too.
huh?
Kanye's had gay rumors. I don't know if it's gay rumors actually. Remember that?
Nah,
rumor
it was that he liked to
like
like fingers in his butt.
Amber Rose give it a finger in the butt.
His butt. When they stopped being together, she had to sign an NDA
to say don't tell nobody put a finger in my butt.
No, just to like she couldn't talk about their relationship.
That's swag. I would do that.
Yeah.
Like you can't tell people shit about what we did. Would you get a tattoo to his name on you?
I would get her initial.
You are the type. I knew it.
So I thought about getting her initial on my ring finger, only because, since you know, in my experience of what I've seen, like people who are like engaged or like married and stuff like that, and they work in like the boating industry, their rings tend to get messed up, like all scratched and shit like that. And I would hate to have a ring and then it'd be all fucked up and scratched.
So you want
instead of me always having the ring on, I know I'd be able to take it off, but then, you know, have her initials there.
So you'd put TB.
TM.
It could also be trademark too, in case y'all get divorced or some shit like that.
Exactly.
And would she do the same?
I don't know. I don't know if she would. I mean, I wouldn't see like I have a legit reason of wanting to do that because I don't want to mess up my ring at work. Yeah. She really doesn't do much with her hands besides like, you know, like typing and like shit like that.
You the type to get her tattooed on like your rib. Not your rib. Not your rib. I fucking.
You can't even see my ribs.
That's what I'm saying. On your wrist. on your wrist. You the type. I feel like you seem like that type to do that.
Nah. I'm like pretty thoughtful when it comes to like wanting to put anything on my body or like where to put it. Because like even though I'm starting like with the tattoos on my leg and stuff like that, like I'm not gonna start any of my upper body. Well, I'm not even gonna do my chest. I'm just gonna do like my arms and stuff like that.
You want sleeves on both arms too?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna do it until I finish both of my legs first.
You might be like Rick Ross.
Nah.
Why?
Because like Rick Ross's like chest has like Benjamin Franklin on it and stuff like that.
He a big dude.
But now he doesn't look like Benjamin Franklin. He looks like if Benjamin Franklin melted.
Because he got skinny?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I don't want to do my chest at all. Like I don't want to do any of that. I just want to do like the arms. I just want to do like the shoulders.
Do you know what you want to do on the arms?
Huh?
Do you know what you want to get up here? More dead people?
No. Dick. But like I do want to do something like here, like on my forearm and stuff like that. So I want to do a family tree, but like of only the women
in your
my
family. See, I've always thought that. I was always weird, like people that get their like mom or shit tattooed on it. Like, what if you? All right, but what if you was having sex and you get a tattoo of your mom on your arm?
That's why I wouldn't do that, because I think that would be very weird.
Yeah, but you said you want to get the women in your family.
So yeah, but it's just so my idea of the family tree. It's more of like a family bush. So
okay,
that sounds mad weird.
Okay,
it's more of a, like
I'm following you.
So what it is I want to take all the different like my mom's birthday.
Yeah.
There's you know how everybody has like a certain stone or whatever that's for the month that they're birthed in.
Yeah.
They have the same thing with like flowers.
Okay.
So for all the women in my family, I want to do the flowers for their birth months. And just have that as like
no face, no names.
Yeah, just
okay. All right. See, that's a bit. All right, I understand that.
Yeah, so I want to do it like that.
I'm like, it's kind of weird. Don't get your. I mean, I don't want to say it's weird because maybe you were like thinking about getting it your whole life.
No.
But like, if you've gotten like actual faces on your arm.
I think that when you do tattoos, like there has to be a lot of meaning to it. Like if you're only getting a tattoo because of one reason, then I don't think it's a really good enough tattoo.
Like an Astro Boy tattoo.
Yeah, but that's different because when I was in school, I went to like a shitty arts and media high school, but I was really into like graffiti and stuff like that. Like, you know, back in the days when like they used to graffiti on the trains and stuff like that. Like my uncles used to do that.
You never did.
I never did. But I never found out that they used to do that until I got into like, again, my shitty arts and media high school. And I took my first art class in school. And we learned about, you know, graffiti from that era and how it started and where it came about. That's how I learned about like cause and all the, you know, different type of people that were doing it in New York City at that time. And my uncles, well, one of my uncles, he was like really in it. Like he was doing it too. Like he wasn't a prominent name in like New York graffiti and stuff like that, but he was like, you know, that like I started seeing like all the pictures of him like graffiti in his room and stuff like that, and he would literally go out and come back full of like paint and like empty paint cans and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like he was really in it to the point where like my grandmother had to like force him to stop. So he was just like doing it a lot. And then they really started cracking down on it and stuff like that, like putting people in jail and shit.
What tattoos think I could get?
I feel like you would be the type to just have like 2 or 3 tattoos, but they would all be words. And probably, maybe a cross or like a rosary.
Nah, I'm not. I've sinned too much to do shit like that.
That's why people get rosaries.
To continue sinning?
No, so that they can always, like say their Hail Marys and stuff like that before.
So like I'm gonna sin again.
That's why they tattoo rosaries.
So they can like, sorry God, while it's on them, as they continue to sin.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think I must. That's I don't know. I've kind of wanted to get something up here. No idea what I wanted to get.
Yeah.
But then, like, also I'm very like insecure and anxious, and I'm the type to like,
and
be
that's why
indecisive.
And that's why I think the best thing to do before you get your first tattoo is to like really think about something that you want to get, and then have multiple reasons of like doing it.
I would regret the shit out of it in a week. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I would get something that I've wanted my whole life, and then 1 week later, fuck, I really shouldn't have done this. Like I'll get mad at everybody else for letting me do it.
But I think the only way that would help that is
I
like
probably get affected because my luck is just shitty. I ain't gonna hold you. My luck is just shitty.
But that's what I'm saying. I think the best thing for a person like that is to really just sit down and be like, yeah, I want to do this, and these are the reasons that I want to do it, and like justify it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of just like, if you really are unsure and you keep like putting yourself down about why to get it, then you really should not get it. I got mine because, again, of like me just having that connection with like my uncles and like really like loving like, you know, graffiti and like graphic design and stuff like that, and really like
Does your wife support this?
Support what?
You want her to get all tatted up?
I mean, I feel like she's on the side of like, yo, it's your body, you do whatever you want with it. You know what I'm saying? Like at least I'm not putting like some dumb shit on my body, like fuck you, eat a dick, you know, like some crazy shit. Like it's actually thought out.
Because some people don't like people getting all tatted up.
Yeah, my in-laws were kind of against it.
That makes a lot of
sense. Like my dad, he has tattoos, and his tattoos aren't great. His tattoos are like,
everybody has at least one shitty tattoo.
He has like 2.
What is it?
And he only has like 2.
It's a nice ratio.
Yeah. So
okay.
When I asked to get mine, you know, I asked my mom and she was like all for it. And then she was like, oh, but, you know, just talk to your dad first and, like, see what he says. So my dad was kind of upset at me at the time because we were kind of going through shit, like, just between me and him. And I told him I wanted to get it, and he was like, nah, you can't get it because you're not man enough. So that same week, I went and made the appointment to get it.
And then what happened when he saw it?
He probably saw it, like, 3-4 months after I got it. He was like, yo, you want to get a tattoo? And I was like, yeah. He was like, when? I was like, when you told me not to get it. That's when I got it.
And then
he was just
you
like,
got punched?
Nah, he was just like, all right, whatever.
See, my dad probably get pissed. My dad has a horrible tattoo, though. I'm not even going to hold you. My dad has a tattoo of somebody's name on his neck.
Yeah.
And they broke up like 2 months after he got the name.
Is it your mom?
It's not my mom. It's the person. It's the person he cheated on my mom with.
Yeah.
My mom's best friend. Well, ex-best friend.
Yeah, that should have been a red flag.
Yeah, they broke up, and till this day, it's still there. They haven't broken up in 12, 13 years.
Would he ever get a laser removed?
Probably.
Or he's
not.
just like one of those. Or he's probably like one of those Spanish Jews that he's like, it's part of my history, so I might as well just keep it.
I'm probably the latter at this point. I mean, it's been there. It's been there for 13 years now. Like, if you were gonna get that shit removed, that should have been done a long time ago.
Nah, you could do it now. Remember when 50 Cent had that big ass 50 Cent tattoo on his back?
You don't got that no more?
Nah, he got a laser removed.
Yeah, but that's just money.
Yeah, a lot.
C.P. Davidson getting everything off of him.
It's literally his entire back.
That shit is. That's why I'm afraid to get a tattoo. That's probably one of the reasons why I'm afraid.
I would stay with all of my tattoos.
You would get a matching tattoo?
Yeah, I would do it.
What kind? If you had to guess, like
ring
finger.
Yeah, probably just the ring finger thing.
TB, TM,
TM, and then she would do AM.
All right.
If she wanted to, but
I'm trying to find love, man.
yeah, I don't think I would ever. I think about it too much to be like, yeah, I'm probably gonna get this off of my body.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, listen. Be happy that you're not an overthinker.
Yeah.
I would overthink every single thing. That's why I'm never. That's why I just said that I would want to get one here. Definitely never gonna get one though. Definitely never gonna get one because that is just fucking shitty right then and there.
Yeah.
Trying to find love, man. What advice do you have for me?
I don't think I have advice. I think the best way for this love segment to work is like if we talk about questions or like scenarios.
So give me a question so I can.
Okay. So what's a good
love question,
relationship question, or like love question?
Even though last week's, if somebody listened to last week's episode for the first time,
yeah,
and like I don't know, she should be asking.
A lot of people have been asking me if we're still together.
Yeah, it's big controversy. In
I just keep telling them they got to listen to the next episode.
Yeah,
and find out.
And you guys are still together?
Yeah, 100%. But
make sure. Got a little sad when y'all walked in, but
how do you? I feel like we asked that too.
Come on now, give me something good.
Something good.
You didn't give me one last week, so you gotta make up for it.
Something good.
I did it. Everybody was telling me you should.
How do you deal? How do you deal with like first getting to know?
Periods.
No. How do you deal with first getting to know like your significant other's side of the family? Like, how do you go about, like, do you go in there with a plan, or do you kind of just, like...
Play out the room?
Yeah, wing it and play out the room?
I play out the room. I go into it. I won't lead a conversation. At first, I got to just know who I'm dealing with, personality-wise. Like, what is...
But how do you figure that out, though? Like, how do you... Do you, like, kind of just let them do most of the talking and start dialogue so that you can kind of feel where they are, where their mind goes, or how they're thinking?
Well, I would hope that your significant other would give you a little bit of information before you go in. You're not going to be blind. Like, my mom is like this, my dad is like this, my brother, my sister, they're like this. So I'm taking the information that they give me, and I'm going in, and I'm neutral. I'm playing the field. I'm speaking to when I need and all that. I'm just watching, playing it out. I'm an observer. I like to observe. Mm-hmm. So I'd observe the room, observe people, observe mannerisms. And then as the day play out, I'll be like, all right, this person reacts to this person reacts to that, and then go from there. That's what I used to do.
So how would you de-escalate a situation if, like, let's say you and your significant other's father are having a conversation about, like, politics, and you have, like, a disagreement? Like, how would you kind of, like, step away or step back from
Well, you got to know your place. Like, if this is your first time meeting them, then I don't think...
Yeah, it's definitely not the right time to talk politics.
Yeah, I mean, even if you do, fall back and take the bigger position. Like, if you do believe in Trump, right, or they believe in Trump, probably, all right, just in your mind, you got this. Don't need to get into a big political debate here if that's your first time. Now, if you're more comfortable with that person, you're more comfortable with him, you've known him for, like, years.
Some people would actually respect that, too. Like, if they had, like, a strong opinion, and then you were against their opinion, and you, like, came with, like, hard facts, evidence, boom, dot.
That's got to be after you read the room.
Yeah.
To know
100%.
what the father's like.
If
he's sent, and you don't want to ruin that. So, what I would do is, first time I'm meeting him, probably not going to get into an intense argument. Probably not. Gonna let it. All right, you got it. I gotta know you after a while first before I do something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my answer to that.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I'd probably be along the same lines. Like, for certain people or certain groups of people, I'll be more like outspoken, you know what I'm saying? Or kind of like get them to open up and play the higher ground that way. But I think when it comes to like family or meeting the significant other family, I think the best option to play is from the back of the room. Mm-hmm. Let them take that high ground.
Take the high ground?
Yeah, see where they put themselves at, and then just be able to either match it or like just know your place from there. And then as that relationship gets stronger, then they kind of understand how you think and how you perceive things by, you know, talking to them more, getting to know them more. And then, yeah.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
So what I said is essentially what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you. Shit.
Fuck, I should be the love doctor, honestly.
No, I mean, I feel like I'm asking the right questions. I just want to know where your head is at.
Yeah.
I feel like you have a good therapist.
I do. Shout out to him. I wish he sees last week. He'd be proud of me.
Yeah.
I watched it. We couldn't see it, and that was the source of like a lot of the commotion. Last week.
Turmoil and shit.
And do you guys find where'd you guys find it when you got home?
It was literally like where we put the bag. It just had fell out of the bag and then fell to the floor.
Did you guys? But there's been no realization on who was the one who took it out and made it fall.
It just fell out of the bag.
You guys just freaking.
It just fell out the bag, and neither of us bothered to like put it back in there.
Aren't you guys supposed to go to therapy?
Say it again.
Aren't you guys supposed to go to therapy or counseling? No, I thought couples go to counseling.
So that's with the church, and it's not really counseling. It's more so. I feel like I said that like Drake just now. More so, but I feel like it's more so like making sure that we've had certain conversations to be ready for marriage through church. Because when you get married through church, they really don't believe in divorce. So they make you like have a couple meetings with the father before he actually weds you guys to see like where your head is at. Like, have you guys spoken about kids? Have you guys spoken about how you're going to raise your kids? How have you guys spoken about how you're going to discipline them? How you're going to raise them through church? How you're going to this? How you're going to that? Have you talked about finances? Have you talked about living situations? Have you talked about understanding like power struggles in relationships, in the relationship, as far as like, you know, there may be a time where she's going to wear the pants in the relationship because she may be making X amount of dollars and you're not, and then the roles will switch, and like, would you be comfortable in that? And, you know, things like that.
Is the pants, quote unquote, is that determined by how much money you make? I guess
no, it's not, but I feel like that's the easiest term to use, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like when you say who wears the pants, is like who's holding the power for that moment, you know what I'm saying?
Who's making the most money?
No, but I feel like that's usually the issue. With
money.
It's money. Money management, I feel like, probably not the number one cause of divorce, because I feel like adultery is, but like...
or murder.
Or murder, yeah. But I feel like money, from what they say, like money is like a big thing.
Money is a bit...
Like as far as like people getting divorced and stuff like that. Because they don't understand, you know, financials, or they don't understand, like, you know, there'll be a time and a place where, like, you're not making the most money and your partner is, and you kind of have to be, like, comfortable with that.
Is that where the argument comes from, you and her? For you and Teresa?
No.
Like, has there ever been a point in your relationship she's made more money than you?
I mean, she is now.
And has there been an argument because of it? No insecurities, none of that?
No. It just, like... And I've told this to, like, the father, too. Like, with things like that, when she succeeds and she gets to another level...
I succeed, too.
No. When she succeeds and she gets herself to a certain point, it makes me want to, like, go harder. You know what I'm saying? And get to where I want to be faster. Like, it motivates me in that way.
Does it? Does it? Last week, she was talking about how you procrastinate on certain things.
I do procrastinate, but then I also spoke about, like, with certain things, like household things. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to what it is that I'm trying to do now, as far as, like, how to make more money and, like, make my life and do the things that I want to do, it all comes with time. You know what I'm saying? It has to be the right time with the right amount of money to be able to financially support what it is that I want to do.
Yeah.
You know? So if I don't have the money for what I want to do right now, then I can't proceed to make my life the way I want it to be. You know? Because if one of the steps is going back to school to get a certificate, I need to have the money to take those classes and then also be able to spare that time to go to school while she's holding shit down. You know what I'm saying? And you really can't divvy up that time or take time from working and not making money to then go back to school when you have a wedding coming up.
But, yeah.
You feel me? Which I'm not saying, like, the wedding is, like, slowing down my process, but...
Slowing down your process.
Yeah, but it's one of those things that, like, I
love
chose
how
for
people
that.
do that. But like, I'm not trying to say that the wedding has slowed down my process, but it's slowing down my process. Like,
but not in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? Because we chose that. We made that choice.
But
we made that choice together.
Yeah, I mean, you can still say the slow down the process. Not being a bad thing, but you can still say that.
Yeah. So and that's that's just the reality of it.
You're so lucky. I wish I had that excuse. I don't know what's slowing down my process.
It takes time for everyone.
I need a wedding.
Like I don't look down on anyone for not being where they want to be yet. Because sometimes it's just not their time. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand that my time is not right now. Mm-hmm. I'm getting there. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely very close than where I was maybe a year or two ago. From like just the mindset that I had or the job that I was working or whatever it is that I was doing. I feel like I'm closer because I know before back then I didn't know the steps that I needed to take to get where I need to be or where I want to be. And now I know those steps. So my anxiety or my like rush for it now is since I know the steps, I need to knock out all the things that I need to do right now and get those out of the way. And then I know it's just go time from there.
You're an inspiration, man.
I'll be trying, son.
I want to be like, hope my son is like you one day.
You should name him after me.
I don't know. I never know what your name is. What's your name?
Alfredo.
You see?
You could go with Freddy.
You go by Freddy, though. So like
you could do Freddy or Fredo. Fredo's strong. Fredo's Italian.
Why don't you go with it, though?
Because it's not my real name. Some people call me Fredo, though.
Does your parents call you Alfredo?
No. Like, my mom and my dad call me by my first and last name when I'm in trouble, so I never hearing my full name. Mm-hmm. Every time I hear my full name, immediately I know I'm in trouble.
Alfredo
Medina.
Medina. What is Medina?
I don't know.
Medina. Your name? What's your kid's name? First kid's name?
My first kid, I want to name him Adonis.
Because of Drake.
No,
with
it's
that.
not.
That is so fucking dope. All right. I'm not even that committed.
Yeah.
And does she agree with you? Does she get a say?
If it's a boy,
nah.
if it's a girl, she has her name that she wants.
What is
and
it?
I'm okay with that name.
Madonna.
It's not Madonna. I always forget. What is it?
Karen.
What's the name for the daughter that we chose? If we have a daughter? Liliana. And then if we have a boy, it's Adonis.
I feel like it's kind of bad that you forgot it, though. Like, I feel like that's something you should remember.
I always get it confused because the middle name, we decided that it'll be the mixture. Whatever, if we have a boy or a girl, the middle names will be a mixture of, like, the grandparents' name. So if we have a boy, it'll be a mixture of my dad and her dad's name. Mm-hmm. And then if we have a girl, it'll be a mixture of her mom and my mom's name.
Oh, Julie, what did you say again?
So the first name for the girl would be Liliana.
Yeah, that's a mixture between your mom's names?
That's the name that we chose. But the middle name will be a mixture between her mom's name and my mom's name. So it'll come out to Rosaline. Because my mom's name is Jacqueline and her mom's name is Rosa.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
for the boy, he has like a very shitty name, middle name. It's not shitty, but it's just like it's very Spanish. It's not shitty, but it's very Spanish.
I can't wait. This goes.
What did we say it was? Bernardo. Ednardo. That's fucked up. Yo, that guy sounds like if I ran into an Ednardo, I think he had like 2 noses.
Yo, I can't wait. This goes in the capsule. And then your son in the future just one day he's like,
what the fuck, man?
That's what's up, man. I respect it.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
We do a lot of like future thinking.
And you guys got to procrastinate. Work on it. She was telling you last week she was fucking pissed at how you don't want to do shit in your life.
Yeah. I'm trying.
If you want these you got to work on it. You want these kids? You guys working on that?
Yeah.
How close are you to these kids?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think I'm shooting blanks.
Why?
I don't know.
Kobe?
My jizz is just not as viscous as it used to be.
You ever take one of those tests? Say what? Viscous?
Is that the word viscous? Like it doesn't have the same consistency, so I think it's like dead.
Does that matter? Like does the consistency like matter?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I feel like if you have thick jizz, you have strong jizz.
My shit be thick sometimes.
I ain't gonna lie, my shit be looking like Nickelodeon slime sometimes. Exactly. Not in color, but like consistency. in
color. I don't know. That's a good. Not in color.
Not in color, but like consistency.
Oh, you know man, I say
you know how like Nickelodeon slime just goes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very free flowing.
Yo, you should take a test.
A test?
I have a test at home. I still haven't taken it yet.
What?
To check if your sperm count.
Why do you have that?
Somebody wanted me to take it to check. I have a nice life. It's like very it's funny, man. People wanted me to take a sex pill. People wanted me to take a fucking.
And you just be doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're weird.
I mean, I haven't even taken the cum thing yet. Not the cum thing. What's actually the sperm count? The sperm count. Fuck shit. I haven't even taken that yet. Damn. But I'm going to.
You think you have a high number or a low number?
I don't know, man.
Too much, and that's why my number is low. I think I masturbate too much, and that's why my number is low.
Yeah, me too. That's why I'm like, I don't know. Like, I would have said no. I think my number is high. Mm-hmm. I think I have a lot.
If I had to borrow sperm from you, would you give me?
That's bad. Damn. What was that? Damn. Okay. Y'all would have been lucky to have me as a sperm donor.
Would you be a sperm donor? I think I wouldn't even ask my brother. Those kids would come out fucking insane.
I would. My lesbian friend was like, "Hey, I want to have a kid."
That's
I'd be
why.
So honored. Yeah.
You've ever been asked that?
No, but it's been brought up.
Oh, okay.
But it was. I don't think this person was serious.
What if they were? What if they call you like 2 days from now and they be like, "Yo, remember that sperm we were talking about?
I need some of that real quick."
Yeah. I need like about this much.
Back in the good days, that's just one pump. But now it's like
it's now like at least churning the butter at least twice.
Yeah. Fuck. I don't. Nah. I don't think I can do that. You ever seen that movie? That he winded up having like 1,000 kids or something. No. The Switch. With Jason Bateman and Jennifer Aniston?
No, I'm thinking about the one with, I think, Vince Vaughn, that his sperm got used over like 100 times.
Yeah.
And he had like 1,000 kids. Yo, I'd be so fucked up. I'd be like, yo, bro, how? I'd even give you that much cum for you to use.
Nah.
How do you make 1,000
That means your shit is that strong, no?
Exactly. It's got consistency.
So it doesn't even matter how much cum you give. It's how strong your shit is.
Yeah, but I feel like the thicker your cum, the more boys are in there.
I think if I go or girls, I think if I go a whole week without doing it, then I can like rebuild it up to a
100%.
certain strength.
It's called semen retention. That's a thing.
Really? No. Yeah,
I can't retain anything more than a week.
What you mean? Oh, you can't go a week without masturbating? Is what you're saying?
Or like some sort of sexual activity.
Ew.
What do you mean ill?
You that freaky, bro? You can't go a whole. Nah, I feel you. I went 2 months without doing anything.
Very angry. You know when it's really your
Mood
time.
Swings.
You know when it's really your time to get it off your chest.
Literally or figuratively?
When it's really time to get it off your chest, when you just wake up with like the absolute killer boners every
day.
If you wake up consistently like 2-3 times with like a full like erect boner, and it's like the best one you've had like you'll have all day, then it's like, all right, stuff's got to come out of you.
I had a phase in my life where I was trying to be like a little too religious, and so that's why I wasn't trying to masturbate, because I was like, God hates that. But then it's like, nah, this isn't moods. Like, I felt like I was on my period and shit. I was having mood swings every day, fucking thick as shit, hard as fuck. And it's like,
thick shit, hard as fuck.
Bro, I was having dreams of crushes that I had when I was in high school. Like, crush I hadn't seen in like 5 years. That's when I knew it was bad. I was like, I haven't seen this person in 5 years, and I'm over here having a section about her.
Wow, bricked up.
Exactly. Like, no, you know what? But then edging, we've talked about this before.
You've talked about it.
But edging, no, we've talked about it before.
I've never edged.
I've spoken, you listen, but you've given input on edging. Try that. One day when Teresa's at work or something, or like she's mad at you in the other room. She's mad in the other room.
Like listen to Sade and shit and just like jerk it almost to completion.
I can't listen to music while I do that.
Smooth Operator? Yo, imagine jerking off to while Smooth Operator plays in the background. It's probably elite.
Would you but Marvin Gaye? Sexual healing.
Yeah, but that's a man's voice.
Exactly.
I need a woman's voice in the background.
I don't need any voice. I just need
the voices in my head.
Exactly. The voices from the video. That's all I need.
Well, I think we have come to a very conclusive part of the episode where David gives one of his most illustrious quotes to kind of sum us up and take us all home and make us come to completion.
Now, how long were you thinking of that?
Mad for a minute.
Holy
but
shit.
David, bring us home with David's quotes.
Life is like a Ferris wheel that keeps on going. The Wonder Wheel, to be exact. There's highs and lows and swings and dulls. But if you keep going, you'll get to the end point. David's quotes. Sounded kind of
I'm gonna be honest with you. Didn't make any sense.
What you mean? It's like a Ferris wheel. There's swings and dulls because there's points on the Wonder Wheel where it swings.
Yeah, but you said you literally started off by it does not stop, and then you said
it does stop. Yeah.
We'll do better. We'll do better next week.
Yeah.
We'll do better next week. 100%.
You know why? Because I was figuring it out as I was going along.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
The lulls.
It's not T-shirt or bumper sticker worthy, but it's.
We already have our T-shirts ideas.
Yeah.
Wanted dick signs and shit.
Yeah.
And then we could post that around the city.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know how they do those
Yeah. And instead of those tabs to pull the number and call, it could be the QR code for the podcast.
To an actual dick. Oh, to an actual dick pic. That's what I thought our brand was. That's what I thought we were going with.
No.
Where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Fredo_Medina29. You can also follow the Anything Goes Instagram at the Anything Goes podcast Instagram.
Yo, this black coffee gonna make me take a shit.
Yo, it does that to you. You can also hit and tap the link in bio. You can follow us on YouTube by subscribing. Also hit the bell for notifications for when we do post,
TikTok,
or when we're going to post. Also follow us on TikTok at the Anything Goes Pod NY, where we post clips from the episodes and things of that nature to keep you guys in the loop and have content. Yeah, constipated content flowing through your stream.
That's me right now, bro.
But David, where can they find you?
This shit goes. You can find me on Instagram at theboy_23. No, that's Snapchat. Theboy_237. Instagram DaveAngelo97. Hit me up on the IG. Tell us more shirt ideas, where we can find Freddy's dick, and all that shit. Oh, I'm done. You didn't have to fix it. We're about to end it. All right.
Just making sure you're all right, son.
I'm great, but I'm just about to end it anyways. And catch you on the next one.
Later.